Everyone, it's Friday and it is time again for JWRC Resource Center Story Time. So I'm Jane Straub, Victim Assistance Specialist with JWRC Resource Center, and I have actually two books I'm going to share today just because they're both a little short. The first one I'm going to read to you is called The Way I Feel, and it's by Janan, Cain. Written and illustrated. So we're going to talk about all types of feelings today when we read this. Let's see how many feelings we can come up with as we read the book. All right, make sure you guys can see the book here. Silly. Silly is the way I feel when I make a funny face and wear a goofy poofy hat that takes up lots of space. Silly. Scared. I'm shaking because I'm scared. All alone in the dark at night, the thunder and lightning crash and roar. Hold me close, turn on the light. Scared. Disappointed. The plans were made so long ago for you to visit me today, but now you can't come after all. I'm disappointed we can't play. Disappointed. Happy! The smile you see upon my face as the sun shines in the sky shows the world that I feel happy, and my mood is soaring high. Happy. Sad. Sometimes I feel very sad, and I really don't know why. Instead of playing and having fun, I cry and cry and cry. Sad. Angry. Angry is how I feel right now. I shout with a mighty roar. I mostly want to frown and growl and stomp upon the floor. Angry. Thankful. The wheel fell off my brand new truck. I needed some help from you. You kindly fixed my favorite toy. I'm thankful for all you do. Thankful. Frustrated. I'm frustrated because I can't do it. It's hard and I want to cry. I don't know whether I should give it up or give it another try. Frustrated. Shy. If someone says hello to me, I suddenly feel so shy. Instead of waving back at them, I hide my face and walk on by. Shy. Bored. I can't can't make up my mind. There's nothing I want to do. The day drags on and on. I'm feeling bored and blue. Bored. I'm bouncing like a rubber ball. I'm more excited than I can say. It's really hard for me to sit when I'd rather jump and play. Excited. Jealous. I want to play with you right now. I don't think taking turns is fair. I'd rather have you to myself. I'm jealous when I have to share. Jealous. Proud. I did it. I did it. I shout to the crowd, getting dressed by myself. Proud. Feelings come and feelings go. I never know what they'll be. Silly or angry, happy or sad, but they're all a part of me. So this is a wonderful book. The way I feel in other books that talk about feelings, especially now when we have stress, we have frustration, we're probably disappointed about things that we're missing, and we may be bored. So what we know about feelings is we want to be able to control them, and sometimes they feel like they control us. So we have this little phrase called to tame it is to name it. So it's really important to talk about feelings and honor the feelings that we're having, and then work at how we can move through those feelings. So please take this time to reread the book and talk with your children about times that they felt frustrated, times when they felt proud, things that make them happy, things that make them sad, times that they feel thankful. Just a really good book, an easy book, and there's many books out there that talk about it. All right, the second book is just one of my favorite books. It's called Click, Clack, Moo, How's That Type? And this is just a silly book. So silly was one of the feelings, and sometimes it's good to feel silly. So this book is by Doreen, Cronin, and pictures by Betsy, Lewin. Click, clack, moo, how's that type? Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type, and all day long he hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible! Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. It was bad enough that the cows had found an old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets? "No way," said Farmer Brown. "No electric blankets." So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. "Sorry, we're closed. No milk today." "No milk today," cried Farmer Brown, and in the background he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. The next day, Farmer Brown got another note. "Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows." The cows were growing very impatient with the farmer, so they left a new note on the door. "Closed. No milk, no eggs." "No eggs!" cried Farmer Brown, and in the background he heard them busy at work. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack. Cows that type, hens on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. "Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer." Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. The cows held an emergency meeting. All of the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning, and he handed Farmer Brown a note. "Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door, and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows." Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. The next morning, Farmer Brown got a note. "Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack, click, clack, quack, clickety, clack, quack. And I think maybe they got it. All right, thank you again for joining us for Friday Story Time. Again, our books today were Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type, and The Way I Feel. Have a great weekend, and thanks again for joining us.